I'm Nicole Wischoff, the founder and general partner at Wischoff Ventures. Wischoff Ventures is a pre-seed and seed-focused venture capital firm with $25 million in assets under management. We invest in exceptional entrepreneurs and modernizing the categories that are the underpinning of our economy. These key sectors drive over 50% of the GDP in the United States. Money, financial technology, $1.5 trillion. Movement, supply chain and logistics, $2.3 trillion. Manufacturing, $2.7 trillion. And lastly, marketplaces. B2B e-commerce is a $2 trillion opportunity. Hear from our founders that are reshaping each of these categories.
We're the co-founders of Stell Engineering, and we were a pre-seed investment out of Nicole's fund too. I'm Mallory, I'm CEO.
I'm Anne, I'm COO. And we're Stell Engineering. We are an aerospace defense requirements and compliance software tool that's helping hardware engineers build rockets, satellites, airplanes faster.
Yeah, we're super excited about where Stell's going to go in the next 5 years because of aerospace and defense top-line market growth. There's a lot of change because of geopolitical tensions in the type of products needed by the government, NASA, and even commercial partners. And the speed at which those products are needed is really increasing. So the need for more tools that help them do that is super important.
And then on top of that, we're seeing a huge upcoming gap in talent in the industrial base. A lot of legacy knowledge and processes are kind of aging out of the workforce, and we're going to need to replace that with better software tooling. And then the reason we chose Nicole as our lead investor of our pre-seed round was she is extremely transparent and honest, which as a founder, we really, really appreciate and love, frankly.
Yeah, she was so hardworking and from day one, really took time to understand our business, ask good questions, and then go above and beyond to help us. Like, she cold emailed engineers to find our first hire, and actually was successful in finding our head of engineering.
And she has an incredible network. If she doesn't know someone, she will find a way to know that person.
Hey, my name is Rory Garden-Smith. I'm from Australia, but based in California, and I'm the co-founder CTO of Checkmate. Checkmate is a consumer savings and shopping tool that powers savings, package tracking, gift card storage, and more on mobile and desktop. And next year, we're building into discovery, loyalty, technical brand partnerships, and we're going to start using our data for B2B products. So cool things are coming. We believe that e-commerce is heading in a personalized direction. So brands are starting to talk to consumers on a one-to-one basis. And the brands that we work with who are doing this really well are seeing significant upticks in their volume. With that comes the need for tremendous amounts of data in order to drive these campaigns. So in 2024 and beyond, Checkmate is building solutions for this to help power merchant marketing while also appeasing consumers at the same time. We think a lot of companies have done one or the other. We don't think it needs to be a trade-off anymore. So what makes Nicole a good partner? Why did we let her on the cap table? Why should other founders choose her over other investors? I think what makes Nicole so strong is that she actually has experience. She's actually built things. The reality is if you want to raise money and you're a decent founder, you'll be able to raise, right? So the choice should just come down to who will actually bring value to your company beyond just the capital investment. And for us as first-time founders, Nicole's been such a valuable resource. She's been through this journey. She's built a lot of cool stuff in her life. And she's for instance, run dozens of intros for us to people who have actually really helped, but then also gotten involved with us on a day-to-day basis where if we have operational questions, she's one of the first people that we bring. So a good example is when we went viral in December 2022, we hit #1 on the App Store globally, which for a team of 5 at the time is actually an untenable situation. You're not meant to go to #1 on the App Store with a team of 5. It's so much overhead. Nicole was the first person that I rung for operations advice because no one else in our cap table had gone through even a remotely similar thing. There were a lot of people on the cap table who worked at Facebook and stuff, but they were employee number 1,000. Nicole had actually been in an early stage startup that had gone through this kind of hyper growth. And we rang her and she gave us real advice that helped us get through that period. She gave us real advice that helped us get through our Series A and our hiring. And she's just really hands-on and been there for us the whole way through. So if you're a founder, be smart with who you let in your cap table. And personally, I really recommend Nicole.
Hi, my name is Adam Eagle. I'm the founder of Beam, a fintech platform for construction. We help contractors all the way from estimating to invoicing to paying bills to managing expenses in one online platform. In the next 5 years, we expect construction to continue to be in high demand due to the largest housing shortage of all time and aging infrastructure. At the same time, with a shrinking of the skilled labor market for contractors, as well as rising interest rates, we expect construction businesses to have to do more with less. We expect them to turn to software for a lot of this. Now, Nicole has been an incredible partner to Beam for many reasons. One is she's an operator at heart. She's really been in the trenches and she's willing to go in the trenches with me and the team. Two, she has one of the widest networks in venture capital. She's not just in the San Francisco or New York bubbles. She's really connected to many, many folks and has the social media reach to many, many folks. And lastly, she has hands-on experience with our domain from her previous work and from other investments, and has been incredibly helpful in tactical details of how our market works, products, pricing, etc. I always recommend her to other founders, and I'm so glad that I picked her as one of our investors.
I'm Matt Silver. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Cargado. We're solving cross-border supply chain problems. I see our market exploding over the next 5 years. Everybody's starting to focus on nearshoring. We're hearing about it in every single boardroom. Every single supply chain conversation is all about how you bring manufacturing closer to home, especially with all the concerns about everything going on overseas, the latest news about the Suez Canal. Ultimately, reminding everybody that having a closer supply chain is critical. And so I think we'll see a lot of growth happening in U.S.-Mexico trade, and we're primed to be able to help digitize that entire process and capture a lot of the dollars that relate to that. Nicole, so far, from everything that I've seen, she's got the best perspective on building an early stage startup, on raising capital, on what the market actually cares about, and she hustles. She's got an amazing network. She goes out and gets contacts wherever she needs to in order to help you succeed, and she also knows how to get the right contacts in order to be able to build her own venture business.
I spent almost 8 years working at 3 now very successful startups directly for CEO co-founders. My first company was Blend, an enterprise fintech based in San Francisco. We scaled the business from 50 to 500 people. We raised hundreds of millions of dollars, and Blend went public in 2021 at a $4 billion market cap. I then left to start One Finance, a consumer neobank that was acquired in January of 2021 for $420 million by Walmart Earned Capital. I'm Nashville, where I am now in 2020, to work for the CEO of Build Technologies, an amazing construction tech company. Built at the time was valued at $180 million, and 2 years later, $1.5 billion. Supporting founders is all I've done for the majority of my career, and venture investing has come very naturally to me. To do this right, and because of how involved we are with our companies, increasing our ownership was the goal for Fund 2. We raised a $20 million Fund 2 in 2022, and to date, we have 8 investments, and our average check is $650,000, and our average ownership is 4.35%. So what's our go-to-market? Well, we do advise founders on how to go to market and scale their companies if we can't do the same ourselves. We have grown massive social media followings, which has unlocked a number of doors for us more quickly than any organic word of mouth. Deals won, first hires for our portfolio companies, first customers for our companies, countless podcast interviews, speaking at business schools, being a panelist on major industry events, unlimited opportunities for visibility to what we're building. We are becoming a signal for other investors, and all in under 3 years. We are very lucky to have the support of amazing limited partners. We have had the early backing of Sindana Capital, who has anchored both of our funds. Insight Partners Vision Fund, Industry Ventures, all amazing fund of funds, Peter Thiel, Lee Fixel, Corey Crown, and Formore Capital, Fires Capital, and several other fund of funds and larger family offices. So what are our future plans? While there are over 2,500 early-stage venture capital firms in the U.S., there are few that most know of and voluntarily want to meet.